you've been around on the channel, you know I'm a massive Gundam fan. I build the kits, I collect the anime and manga, and honestly, I'm a bit of a completionist. So seeing Gundam back in the spotlight with new deluxe editions for Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin is exciting. The vertical hardcovers have been a staple in my collection for years, and they're still some of my favorite manga releases ever. But with Kodansha's new oversized deluxe edition, complete with faux leather covers, embossed details, and updated presentation, I wanted to see how it stacks up. In this video, I'll go over what's new in the deluxes compared to the original hardcovers, and which version I think is the better pickup. But here's the thing, even with all my love for this series, I'm not sure these are worth the upgrade, at least for everyone. Stick around and I'll explain why. Right now, there are two imprint ways to collect Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin in English, the vertical hardcovers and the new deluxe editions. I've showcased the vertical set on the channel before, and they're still some of the nicest manga hardcovers I own. I even included them in my best manga hardcovers video for that reason. They may be smaller in size, but they pack in a lot. Beautiful matte covers with Yoshikazu Yasuhiko's artwork, sewn binding in glossy thick white paper, color pages, extra content in the back of each volume, including essays, art galleries, and contributions from names like Hideaki Anno, Clamp, Makoto Yukimura, and Makoto Shinkai. But here's the thing, many of these are now exclusive to the vertical hardcovers, since they were left out of the new deluxe editions, which I'll get into later. They're also a complete set. The 12 volumes cover the whole story, which is first for an English release. Normally, I'd be all for a larger format. Bigger editions usually mean better print quality and nicer paper, like we've seen with Kodansha's Vinland Saga Deluxes. But with Gundam The Origin, the original vertical hardcovers were already such a beautiful, high-quality release that the deluxe really has a lot to contend with. That said, what's new in this deluxe edition? Kodansha's release takes a different approach. Instead of the smaller hardcover size, these are oversized, giving Yasuhiko's artwork more room to breathe. They've also gone with a faux leather cover, embossed details, and an overall more traditional deluxe edition feel, similar to what they did with the Vinland Saga Deluxes, which I've also reviewed on the channel. The first volume features the RX-78-2 on the cover, also seen on the very first vertical hardcover, but here it's embossed black linework on a faux leather background with the logo stamped in white. The spines carry that same look with a caution marker style decal at the bottom. Kodansha also seems to be going for a consistent blue color scheme, presumably to tie it in with the RX-78 itself. The sewn binding is yellow, another accent color of the mobile suit. Deluxe Volumes 2 and 3, which have already been revealed, also stick with that blue theme. For me though, the color choices are a bit odd. I like the yellow accent, but using blue as the dominant color doesn't feel quite right to me. I believe the intention was to represent the RX-78-2's colors, but its primary color is white. A white base with red, blue, or yellow accents would have made more sense and felt more iconic. It's a nitpick, but as a longtime fan, this stood out. Stylistically, the deluxes lean into a clean mechanical design. They have that uniform collector's look and fit right in next to other oversized editions like Vinland Saga. If you want consistency across your shelf, these definitely provide it. The vertical hardcovers, on the other hand, are more vibrant. Their galaxy-inspired color palettes with characters and suits front and center give them personality and presence. They stand out in a way that nothing else on the shelf really does. To me, they capture the soul of Gundam The Origin more so than the deluxes do. Of course, though, design is subjective, and in the end, for me, it definitely comes down less to quality and more to style. Do you want something uniform and clean that fits with your other deluxes, or something colorful and striking that sets itself apart? That choice will most likely determine which version you prefer. Size-wise, the deluxes match Kodansha's Vinland Saga Deluxe Editions, but the first volume is an absolute chonker. It's probably the heaviest deluxe I've owned so far, even compared to the 6th Blade of the Immortal volume. At first glance, I was worried that would affect readability, and honestly, it's not one you can comfortably hold in hand for long. These volumes have the same squared-off spines and oversized trim, and when you put them side by side with the vertical set, the size difference is obvious. I also want to get into the extras because, interestingly, this new edition actually comes with less. To Kodansha's credit, they made that clear in the original announcement, but the essays and bonus illustrations from other creators are gone. What you get here is only Yasuhiko's own work, which, to be fair, is beautiful to witness. The full color galleries at the end are great, but there is a lot excluded here. Here's a quick rundown of what's exclusive to the vertical hardcovers. All the color pages are still here though, so that's good. The series is also being condensed into 6 oversized volumes instead of 12, so we're getting fewer volumes overall compared to the original set, which will presumably save on shelf space. There's still a lot to compare here, though, from print quality to readability and more, so let's break it down further. As mentioned, all the color pages are still here, only now to larger size, which definitely makes an impact. The real difference is in the paper, though. In the vertical hardcovers, the color pages were printed on glossy white stock, while in the deluxe, they're on matte white paper. The artwork still looks great blown up, but you lose a bit of that extra pop the glossy pages had. The same goes for the black and white pages, glossy in the verticals, matte in the deluxe. Personally, I like the feel of the matte paper, but visually I still prefer the look of the verticals. Is the print quality bad in the deluxe? Not at all, but the paper choice makes each version feel different. The verticals are punchier and more contrast heavy, while the deluxes have a softer, more realistic tone where you can pick up on the subtle color values you can't always see in the verticals. I wouldn't say one is strictly better than the other, they just present the art differently. That said, for black and white pages, I think the verticals come out on top. I like seeing the artwork blown up in the deluxe, but I don't want to buy something just because it's bigger. As for readability, both editions seem to hold up really well. The oversized format definitely gives the artwork more presence. Yasuhiko's detail looks great blown up, but the matte paper in the deluxes means the art doesn't pop quite in the same way that the glossy stock and the verticals do. The deluxes are thick. As mentioned earlier, they're probably the heaviest I've read so far, which does make me wonder about their durability over time. Thankfully, they do use a sewn binding just like the verticals. Both editions have a little gutter loss at the start of the volumes, but the deluxes ease up in the middle thanks to their larger margins. When it comes to comfort, the verticals win here. They're sturdy, high quality, and much easier to hold for long reading sessions. The deluxes, on the other hand, are best read on a table or a flat surface. Overall, the deluxes look impressive and give the art more room to breathe, but the verticals are still the more comfortable and practical edition to actually sit down and read. Both editions have their place, though, depending on what you value. Speaking of value, the verticals retail at $29.95 each, about $360 total, while the deluxes are $54.95 each, about $330 total. So the deluxes come in slightly cheaper overall, even though they're larger. They are priced right in line with other deluxes like Vinland Saga and Blade of the Immortal. With the deluxes, though, you're paying less but getting fewer extras and no glossy stock. With the verticals, you're paying a little more, but you're getting essays and a premium feel. So in terms of pure dollar value, the deluxes win, but if you care about extras, the verticals are worth the price. So now that we've gone over everything, what's the final verdict? For newcomers, really either edition is great. It just depends on what you're looking for. If you want a larger format that fits in with other deluxe lines on your shelf, the new Kodansha editions make sense. Yasuhiko's artwork does look great blown up, and they have that uniform oversized look. But if you already own this series, I'm not sure there's a major reason to upgrade, at least not as clear-cut as it is with other deluxe releases. The vertical hardcovers capture the spirit of Gundam the Origin with their colorful artwork, glossy paper stock, and all the extra essays and contributions. They feel like they have soul, and they still read and display beautifully. They hold up so well that I don't feel the need to replace them, and to me that says a lot. That said, the deluxes still have a place. If you want a uniform shelf, prefer oversized books, or are building out a deluxe library, they're worth considering. But for me, the verticals remain my favorite way to own this series. What about you? Do you prefer the minimal deluxe look or the color and extras of the verticals? Let me know in the comments. Thanks as always for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I've reviewed most of the other deluxe editions out there too, so check those out if you want more comparisons.